This is my 1987 John Deere 316 I just picked up not too long ago. Finally getting to try it out, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with it. I was wondering how she was gonna go, and I gotta say this thing plows through the stuff pretty easy. There's a couple inches of heavy wet snow on the bottom because it was warm the other day, and then we just got a bunch of powder on top of it. So it's, you know, it's heavy, but it's not super heavy. But I gotta say, I think this is gonna do me very well for going to make trails over to the four-wheelers and stuff, because usually I'm plowing with my Kubota. I got a bucket on it. I'm not even plowing, basically plowing, but got the bucket on the Kubota. Man, my eyes are so sensitive. The sun and the white snow is hard on me. But usually I'm plowing, and you can only go so far before you get to, you know, kind of veer off to the side of this thing. You can just send the chute that way. Let's try her out. Let's try to bring it over to the four-wheelers and see how she does. Alrighty. All right. So, there we go. So I did notice she still needs a little carb work. The carburetor's spotless in there. I cleaned it out I cleaned it out the last time, but I gotta choke it when I'm giving her full power here. There we go. Otherwise she pulsates like that. So, about half choke or so. Go ahead and put that down, and we'll just plow our way over. Oh, might want to turn on the blower right here. Electric switch. Does pretty well. Not a lot of snow yet, but and if we want to swivel, just put it wherever we want. To move the chute up and down, you do got to get off and move that, but you know, for snow plowing or snow blowing, I do kind of like that hand control. But we got to go see if we can get a snowmobile started, so we're going to make our way over here. Blowing. Telling you, you can go. Yeah, she's go pretty quick with this thing. Plows right through. Oh, might be getting stuck though. Get over there. Come on, girl. Well, looks like we're plowing down this because I can't back up here. Whoa, that was a drop off and a half. Hopefully we can plow back up. Snow blow, I guess, not plow. Come on, girl. Good girl. Almost. She's climbing. Good girl. On through. Poor old Honda. Gotta say, that engine does purr like a kitten, other than a little carb work that it needs for sure, but I don't know if it just needs different jets or what, because like I said, that thing was clean. And I've ran this thing. Let me shut this old girl off. There she goes. I ran that thing for at least 2 hours this morning, snow blowing, making a big mountain because we get the kids coming over. It's a little sliding mountain out front. There we go. Well, that should be big enough for the nieces and nephews and my daughter, hopefully. Well, I don't know. Might have to give her a try. Oh yeah, that'll be plenty big enough. Pack down a few. I think I need a bigger slide. A bigger sled. Oh yeah. Pack that thing down a few more times, that'll be perfect. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty impressed with her. That 16 horsepower Onin twin, just, she really doesn't bog down that much. I figured we'd come over and try to start this old Yamaha VMAX. Been sitting. It's a triple, 3-cylinder, 700. Oh, a little cold. Find the key here. Choke. She's obviously hasn't been started in a while. Hasn't been started all winter. And that's just beginning of winter, but hasn't been started since last year. 11,000 miles on this old girl. Let's see how she fires up. If she fires up. Alright. Oh, what is going on? The engine seized up. She used to run. Oh, get that open. There you go. Yeah, it was kind of set seized. Let's see what she does now. Oh, pulling over mean. Well, that was fun. Not. Anyways, I figured anybody that does follow along, watch most of my videos anyways, you probably know that I haven't put anything out for a little while now, mainly because I just been so slammed trying to get customers' rigs out. I've gotten quite a few out. I really haven't been videoing them just because I haven't had time. But I got a few coming through that I have been videoing. Got a Sportsman 500 engine rebuild, complete engine rebuild. I got a, what else do I got? I got a couple Honda Rincons. I don't know. I ended up, if you see the black Honda Rincon, the 05 that had a bad rear end and all kinds of other stuff, ended up finishing that one off video. It was just becoming more of a headache than I wanted to. And so when stuff's a headache, sometimes I don't feel like videoing it. Oh, that darn sun, I tell you. But yeah, so I got those coming up, the Honda Rincons, and then I got a Honda 4Trax 300 that needs a little work. What else we got? We got I'll do a video of that Honda 4Trax. I try to do a video of the Rincons, but we'll see how things go. I've already did a Rincon here not too long ago, a couple of them. So I figured at least get that 4Trax done. It's all owned, they're all owned by the same owner. Not the Sportsman, but the Honda Rincons and the 4Trax. Sorry I'm all over the place. I just figured I'd kind of give you a little explanation of what's going on. But what do I got other than that? I'm trying to think. I just had one dropped off, but there was one. Oh, so I got a Honda Foreman 450 coming up. That's a customer's job. That's transmission, so we're gonna have to get deep into the engine on that one. I got a Yamaha Grizzly 660 engine work on that one. I'll try to do videos of those jobs. And then, you know, I'm not taking any new customers right now because, for the moment anyways, because I really want to get caught up on current customers and then get to some of my own stuff. Also had an Arctic 500 dropped off. That thing doesn't have many miles at all, but it's not running. So I'm not sure what's wrong with that. That's owned by a local farmer here, or not too far from me. And he said he just, you know, he babies the thing. It really looks like it too. I was expecting it to have all kinds of, you know, cow manure and stuff on it, but it doesn't. It looks like a brand new machine almost. So we'll see what's going on with that. I think that's an 18 or something. I don't know. But if I can ever get caught up on customers, I picked up a bunch of cool stuff for myself, and I like to do videos on those. Over here, well, I got a couple of junk mowers on here, but this thing I picked up dirt cheap. That'll be a fun project whenever I can get to it. That's a Polaris Scrambler 850. And I mean, this stuff I'd like to get to. That's the Big Bear 350, the Grizzly 660. I haven't done anything with that since I got it running on the last video you guys seen. I got a red Grizzly 600 there I'd like to tackle, but there's just so much work. Polaris Sportsman 500 over here. I picked that up not too long ago. That's fairly new, 2010, 12, 13, somewhere in there. Now I know some of you guys saying, well, that's not new. That thing's a good 10 years old, which it is, but that's pretty new to me compared to most of my stuff I got around here. Oh yeah, I can't forget, I'm going to pick up a vintage sled here very, very soon. That should be a pretty cool project here. I'll have to get that Yamaha running. That thing was running fine when I parked it, but like I said, it has been sitting since probably March, so it's been quite a while. But that old vintage sled, I think you guys will enjoy that if you enjoy old sleds. Coming back to the old John Deere here, you know, I'm very impressed with it. That engine it's got way more torque than I thought it would have. It just chugs right along. You can go pretty fast with this thing, snowblowing. It is hydraulic for the lift up and down, and then it's belt driven to here, and then you get a gear box in here that runs your blower. It is a single stage, but it seems to work pretty good. And the old girl gets pretty decent traction with the snow chains on it. I didn't know about this hand control at first. I'm used to my Kubota with the foot, the treadle pedal, where you go forward and it'll go forward and go back. But I will say I'm kind of digging the hand control now. For one, you can keep steady pace and you ain't got to worry about, you know, losing. You ain't got to worry about keeping your foot in the same position. Going backwards and forwards, the treadle pedal is definitely nice. But one thing, especially with snow, current snow falling and stuff, that treadle pedal, I'd always get snow built up on the reverse, and I'd have to constantly clean that out. I mean, you can see right here, it's just building up, and you know, it packs in with ice, and it's just a pain. So I kind of like that hand control. As far as that swivel, works okay. It'd be nice if it was power, but it's not. And then obviously the chute, that would be nice if I had a control right here, instead of getting off and moving that every time. But yeah, I just keep it way up, and she seems to be going good. I'll have to go through that carb, order the brand new jets, the proper ones, and see if that fixes that issue. But anyways, if you don't follow me on the four-wheelers and you're just here for the John Deere 316 snowblower video, well, sorry about the rambling, but for the rest of you guys that do follow along, new repair videos will be coming soon. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll catch you on the next one.